What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I'm back doing another feature of the two new heroes, having a look at, I say feature, I'm just really going through them, theorying how we think they're going to be. We're going to start off with Marville, then we're going to go over to Andras, and don't forget, 29th of April is a 10% cashback on Aptoid, and it does stack with Carzak 5, giving you a 15% flat bonus, and then whatever your additional bonuses from your actual account, which can be either 10% at the beginning up to 20%. So, you effectively could be saving 40% in total on the 29th. So if you are paying for either of these heroes, wait one day before you do that so you get the cash back. If you've got miracles stored up, then yeah, you're safe to do it whenever. You can do it straight away in a few hours. But let's go over them. Let's see how we are and if they are worth pulling for. That's the big question. If they're worth pulling for. So let's take a look at Marville first. Hidden Wave hero. Actually, I can see Marville. No, just look at the hero. Okay, basic attack. 240% attack damage, which goes up to 280 to a single enemy and refreshes the duration of all attribute debuffs. That is crazy. The refreshing the attribute debuffs, so like defense down, attack down, wet. What's the other one? I forget. Didn't they introduce another one? It wasn't wet, wet, wet. It was just wet. Okay. There is another one. I can't think of it. But I mean, it will work with tenacity. Anything that affects the attributes of the hero, that will extend that duration. It will refresh it. There's a 10% chance to act one extra turn after casting Fish Water Ball proactively. This effect can be triggered continuously. Now that will be a 15%, which isn't a lot. That's nothing. Okay, that is nothing. I would like to know though, does this work with like Ben Austin when she launches an attack? Does she have a chance there to cast that? Where it says proactively, I think that would mean just on her initial cast. I'm unsure. I'm too stupid for that. Clean Ocean, first active skill, restores all allies' max health by 8%, which goes up to 14%, which is a decent amount of healing. That is. Cleanses 5 layers of damage over time debuffs and all attribute debuffs from all allies. So it won't cleanse the likes of freeze or any crowd control. It won't cleanse those, okay? But it will cleanse any bleeds, burns, health burns, that kind of thing. Poisons. And grants them 1 layer of block removal for 2 turns. Block removal consumes 1 layer and invalidates the incoming removal effect up to 3 layers. Now, exclusive level 3, and this is a 4-turn cooldown, so it's not hugely long. Exclusive level 3 also grants all allies consolidation 2 for 2 turns and refreshes the duration of all buffs. Now that is the big one. That is the bee's knees. So the reason I say this, okay, refreshing the duration of all buffs. Okay, now we all know that shields stack, right? So if we're extending the durations of all buffs, and some of those are shields, by the time it comes around for that other hero to cast another shield, that's going to stack on top. And then you're going to refresh the duration of all those shields. So it's not only going to be a PvP hero, it's also going to be very, very solid for PvE as well, unless the boss is, say, nuking through your shield completely. But the fact is, we can stack shields and refreshing the duration of the initial shield and then someone else casting it, like say you have Islet, Albeck, Catherine, Tark, other shielded heroes, Wim, and he can cast it quite fast as well because he gets an extra turn after shield. So that in itself is huge. That, to me, in my mind, is huge. This block removal is massive. And I believe there is an exclusive where you can have, is it 2 or 3 layers? Hang on. Wait, so block removal grants him 1 layer block removal for 2 turns. Block removal consumes 1 layer and invalidates the incoming removal up to 3 layers. Isn't there? Increases the layer cap of fish shell to 3. Okay. Okay. if we could only have one layer of block removal, it's not actually that huge. Like, it's still very good. It's still taking away 3 layers, protecting you from 3 layers being removed. I would have liked to have seen block removal have 2 layers, so we could, resist, just keep everything. Fish Guardian grants all our allies 2 layers of Fish Shell at the beginning of each wave, consumes 1 layer of Fish Shell, and restores self 3.2% of max health when the owner takes 1 stage of direct damage. Up to 2 layers. Restores the allies' Fish Shell to a layer cap at the beginning of the ally's turn. Wow, okay. So it goes back up to the cap. That's nice, and so that's a 5% max health restoration when they're taking damage. Exclusive level 2 increases the layer cap of Fish Shell to 3 and reduces the skill damage taken by 10% for allies who have it as well. So it also negating some damage and healing. Active skill Fish Dive restores all allies' Fish Shell to the layer cap and restores their health percentage to the same as the ally with the most health. This skill cooldown cannot be affected by other effects. This does go down to a 4-turn cooldown. Exclusive level 1 reduces the cooldown of all skills by 1 turn for all allies who have at least 1 layer of Fish Shell before Fish Dive restores the layers of Fish Shell. See, this as well is super nice. Reducing the cooldown of your skills. Exclusive level 1, that's a really nice exclusive level 1. To be pushing forwards those cooldowns. And is that every turn? So you could technically refresh this and with say, let's just say Focus, okay? And I'm not saying people will be doing this, but you could use this and then use Focus on her again to bring down the turn meters even more. It may be something for PvE, and considering then she would need to be the highest attack on auto battle. Okay, scrap that idea. That was stupid. But cooling down everyone's skills by 1 is huge. The layer cap of Fish Shell. Fish Shell was nice, restoring 5% each time I take direct damage, and reducing the skill damage taken as well by 10%. Clean Ocean, granting while as Consolidation 2. That isn't the huge one. It's more the refreshes the duration of all buffs. And this is going to be massive, in my opinion. And the block removal, I would have liked to have seen this as 2 layers. I would have liked to have seen that as 2 layers. Blocking 3 buff removals, because there's some people bring in, say, an Elena and a Guilliman to nuke straight after and strip the buffs. That could be possible too. If people bring in, say, Focus to reset Guilliman or to reset Elena, it would be more workful with Guilliman. That's going to be an interesting one to see how that works. Am I pulling for Marville? Yes, I am. The fact is, you only need to get the 1 copy. You can use your eyes as well to upgrade her. But I much rather have her than not. Okay, if I don't have her, I've got to hope I get her through freaking Excellent Wishes. And we all know how that goes, guys, okay? Fact is, she can be a guaranteed pull, a guaranteed selection. You could even say, hey, I just want to get one of Marville and maybe one of Andras, just so I have them, so I can decide in the future if I want to put eyes into them or not. So always look at it in that aspect as well. But I think Marville is going to be an extremely good hero. I really do. And I don't know why I thought it was 2 layers of block removal, but it isn't. It's only the 1 layer, which is still very nice. But the fact that she can extend the duration of all buffs, I think, is unmatched by, there's no other heroes to do that. There's no other heroes that do that, and that can be really worked nicely. Especially we're going to have counter-attack on all the time, and extending those shields, and then stacking shields on top, like I said. So take that into consideration as well. Andras. Looks great. Let's have a little look at Andras. Basic attack deals 220% attack damage to a single enemy with a 60% chance to inflict 1 layer of burn for 2 turns. This is a 100% chance to inflict burn once it's upgraded, which is nice, okay? That means he's always putting those burns on. Even if it's a counter attack, you're always getting those layers of burns, which is nice. Blast Strike deals 3 stages of 60% attack damage each to all enemies and inflicts 40% burn damage. This attack ignores immortal, damage immunity, and shield. So those are the likes of Mammoth, he can hit through. So that's nice as well. It is an AoE nuke. It is low attack damage, but don't forget as well, it's doing 40% burn damage, which will be considered as mastery damage too. Yes, yes. So obviously we're going to be taking attack and mastery into consideration. So the 3 stages there, and that will be increased up to 60% burn damage. That'll be interesting. And Deep Burn 2 as well. Exclusive level 1, there's a 100% chance to inflict Deep Burn 1 on the targets for 2 turns after Blast Strike deals damage. If the target's current health is higher than Andras, inflicts Deep Burn 2 instead, which is a 50% increased damage from burns. Now, that means effectively that that's going to increase his AoE damage as well, because it's considered as burn damage. So that's going to be very interesting too. That will be interesting as well, but we need to see. Burning Skin passive skill grants Andras 1 layer of Blast Flame. After any ally deals destination damage, increases self-attack by 4% for every layer of Blast Flame he owns, up to 40 layers. Now, I believe there is a little bug at the moment where he's only actually building up 20 layers. The devs have addressed it. They are going to sort it, so it's up to 40. So we need to wait and see for that. Blast Flame will not be removed when Andras dies or at the wave transition, which is great because that means from the very beginning of our wave starts, he's going to have that by the end. So that's going to be nice because an increase 4% per attack per stack. 10 is 40%. So basically it's up to 160% increased attack. So that's a lot. Exclusive level 2 increases 25% burn damage dealt by Andras. Besides, increases 30% direct damage and damage over time dealt when Andras attacks targets with red and force mark. Reduces 30% direct damage and damage over time taken when Andras is attacked by targets with red and force mark. That makes me think of Brynhild. But he's probably still going to get hit hard by her. Okay. Blast Bash deals 4 stages of 100% attack damage each to a single enemy, and inflicts 80% burn damage. Burn damage inflicted at the last stage is tripled and is considered as detonation damage. So that's tripled. That's going to be 240% burn damage. Wait, 30% more than 90. Oh my goodness. 110 to 330% burn damage on the final stage there. That's nasty, but we need to see the damage. It's just level 3. Blast Bash deals 7 stages of damage, so it's it's going to be 600% attack damage and then 330% of burn damage at the end. If they have Deep Burn as well, Deep Burn 2, that's going to be a nasty hit. I just want to take him into trial quickly. I just need to see how this is. And this isn't very accurate because it's just not. It's 100% mastery, which isn't a lot. And the attack rate is pretty low, right? 30k attack. It's not huge. You can easily get this guy. You can easily get him to 40. I say easily. Some accounts will get this guy easily to 38k. Some accounts will easily get him to 43. Some will get him to 47. Maybe even. Has anyone got a hero to 50k yet? I need to find out actually. So let's just have a look at this first. So we want to AoE and also. I wish I could remove make them weaker. Can I do that? So Deep Burn 2 is on everyone. Deep Burn 2 is on everyone. And let's just use this nuke here a moment. Who's on this dude? So let's have a look at this nuke damage on his skill 4. Okay, so it was 36k on the attack. And it was like, what was it, 70% on 70k, 75k burn, then 227. And that's with burn 2 on. Hang on. I just want to put his mastery to 50% a minute. And this is just me being stupid, which is standard, I know. I know it's standard. I just want to see this AoE. So 28k burn there. Let's refresh this. And still 74k burns. Wait, what? What? 0% mastery, and this is 0. Let me just 51. But why did the 50? Why did the 50 not seem much less than 100%? So this is 50, 81, and 244. What the? Am I being stupid? Oh, I am being stupid. It's because he's gaining stacks. He's gaining layers. I'm sorry. Ignore me. I bet some of you were screaming at me then, saying, "What are you doing?" So this is always going to increase. That's 7 stacks, 8 stacks. But can we increase this faster? His basic doesn't increase it, right? Bro, how are you supposed to get? Oh, so it's after any ally. Oh my goodness! Watch this. Where's Anna? Even Bari. Oh, this guy's gonna be nuts. You know what? Where's Feist? It should be easy for me to see. I normally miss. Okay, let's put in Feist because that will put in the burn instantly. Okay, so if we just do an AoE here a moment, and then we ignite, he's already got 10. He's already got 10. Wow. But this doesn't ignite them, right? It just inflicts. So that doesn't ignite them, and Feist doesn't. So Arna's going to be very nice. Arna's going to be very nice with Andras for sure. Oh my goodness. Now they did say that you could only get 20 stacks. Has this even been changed yet? Like, has this been changed now? Let's see. 23. Okay. 33. Let's I just want to see what it's doing at 33 stacks. What is his attack at now? 87,000 attack now. No, he's going to be nuts. Who else can we pair him with? I mean, Bari as well. Jeez, Burn is going to be insane. Right, so he's at 40 stacks, so he's max now. He's at 99. Can you imagine the attack on this dude with fully stacked gear? He's only at 100% mastery, for goodness sake. Look at his. Oh, wait, we need to deep burn 2 on. Even his AoE there is doing crazy damage. I know he's at 40 stacks. Alright, I know we need to take that into consideration. Now, let's just see the final damage of this. He's got attack up 2 as well. That's a nuke and a half. That is a nuke and a half. This is tough. Marville or Andras. Goodness. That's crazy. That is crazy damage. $1.522, or I say 1.52 million on that. I know he has 40 stacks. He had attack down there as well. With the gear, how good will that guy be? I don't know. But he is. Look, do you know what? I think I'm going to need to get him. I have Anna at E2. I can put an eye into her, make her E3. I don't have Bari, unfortunately, but Okmin as well will pair very nicely with him too, with his alchemy. Hmm. Wait, does he does thought he's going to be healing himself up all the time? Okay, let's not look into that. Um, Andras, I actually strongly believe this guy's going to be insane. I can't argue with those numbers. And in one wave, we can get 10 layers. In one wave, we can get 10 layers. As long as he's faster than Arna, or we have Feist in our team to put that burn up immediately, detonate it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think. Am I talking or crap? Yeah, let me know. Mackin looks cool, right? Look at this stinger. Look at this stinger. Imagine if that was the other way around. Jeez, can you imagine? Sorry. Okay. Oh, he has skill switches. Does he? Yeah, he does. Okay, I need to go back out because I don't know which is his first one. Stinger attack. 100% attack damage to single enemy. Meanwhile, deals extra bleed damage for 50%. The more layers of bleed the target has, the more extra bleed damage dealt. Level 2 increases it by 40. And okay. Hey. 50% of the original damage to 2 random enemies. Lightning Stinger deals the highest bleed damage directly, besides refreshes the duration of all bleed. It's only 100% attack damage, but dealing extra. He's doing quite a bit of bleed damage. What's his skill switch on that? 3 stages of it. Okay, that's. Do you know what? He's gonna outclass Reeves, surely. Increases self attack by 40%. That's nice. Acts 1 extra turn. And gains 1 layer of Scorpion Stinger for 1 turn, which Stinger attack becomes Lightning Stinger. Okay, so his basic will is the skill switch, yeah? So it's only his basic that changes. Okay. Exclusive level 2 increases self turn meter by 40% and restores self health by 20% of self max health when Mackin kills an enemy. Meanwhile, reduces the cooldown of lightning stroke. That's a spelling error. Can you fix that, please? If you're watching. By 2 turns. Exclusive level 3 Lightning Stinger deals the highest bleed damage directly, besides refreshes the duration of all bleed effect the target has after the damage is dealt. Wow, that's a really nice exclusive 3. This is an epic. Passive skill. The damage of each stage dealt by Mackin has a 30% chance to inflict 1 layer of bleed on the target for 2 turns. Very nice. He's going to be stacking bleeds easy. Increases bleed. This is another passive. Increases bleed damage dealt by Mackin by 30% when an ally enters Way of the Ocean, so he's going to pair very well with another hidden wave. Mackin will enter the same status 1 turn if he is not under Way of Ocean status currently. If Mackin is under Way of Ocean status, the bleed damage increased by blood loss connection will be increased to 150% of the original bleed damage. For an epic, he's actually very good, and I think I will have to build this guy up as well. I think I have to, just to test him, because he reads so nice. Okay. Okay, that's that for this. What do we think? Marville is going to be nuts with the extension of shields, counterattack, consolidation to speed up, any buffs, dot cleanse as well. A 3-layer buff removal block. Is that enough? I don't know if that's quite enough. I would like to have seen it as 6, but maybe that then would have been too broken or too busted. But I don't like to use the term broken anymore. A solid hero. Andras is going to be an insane damage dealer. Honestly. Honestly, especially paired with Ana with the 40% attack increase, or attack 2 increase as well. Ana and Andras together are going to be beast mode. If you can get O'Grady's from Elemental City when it's available, look out, because that is going to be so nasty against Guild Boss for one. It's going to be dealing crazy damage, the majority, but survival as well is very important. So we also need to remember that. Mackin is going to be a nice epic. From what I've read, I only briefed over him. I should have given him more of a chance, but I didn't want a video. It's already been 25 minutes already, so it's long enough. Should you pull? Remember, these aren't festive heroes. They will come into the game in Excellent and Supremes. So your chance of getting them from that in 2 weeks will be your chance of getting any other hero in the game. And we all know how that goes. But if you do want them, definitely summon on a miracle for them. And you can use eyes on them as well, don't forget. Okay, you will get you will get a hero spotlight of at least one of those new heroes, okay? Spend wisely, and if you've hoarded your summons, then also remember to consider, should you use them on this, or should you save for possibly in the future another festive hero. Thank you again for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all on the next one. Take care, have a fantastic day, evening, wherever you are.